Today we'll be giving you a tour of our preferred slicer program, Simplify 3D. The three file types that we use for 3D printing are STL, Factory, and G-code files. STL files are 3D mesh models, Factory files are where print settings are saved, and G-code files are where the tool path is saved. We will provide some print profiles for different materials with the purchase of a machine, which are good general slicer settings to start with. Some modifications might be necessary depending on the print's geometry. Start by opening one of our provided print profile factory files. To import an Stl model, click on Import, and then locate the file on your computer. Ideally, you will want to place a flat surface of the model on the bed. You can do this by clicking on Edit, Place Surface on Bed, and then choosing the surface. To move the model around, you can click W on the keyboard and then drag the part to the desired location. With the computer mouse, the left click will rotate, the right click will pan, and the scroller will zoom. To manipulate the part, just double-click on the model and the menu will pop up. Through here, you can position, scale, and rotate the part. Over here, we have the print process, which are the instructions that tell the printer how to execute the build sequence. To modify the process, double-click on it. If the full menu isn't shown, click on Show Advanced. Under the Extruder tab, it's very important to select the correct toolhead index, choosing Tool 0 for the left extruder and Tool 1 for the right extruder. The nozzle diameter will be based on the physical nozzle that's on the machine. The extrusion multiplier controls the extrusion flow, 1 usually being a good start for new materials, and extrusion width is the road width of the filament lines being laid down. Over here, the ooze control settings help with reducing stringing and help to refine the print's appearance. Under the Layer tab, here are the layer settings, first layer settings, and start points. The first layer is the most important part of a print since it's the foundation, so that's why there's a whole separate section for it. The start point section is how you choose your seam placement. Under the Additions tab, we primarily just use a skirt to help prime the extruder. The Infill tab is where you choose your infill type and percentage. Support will only be required if the print has sections with significant overhang. The Temperature tab is where you can adjust the extruder and bed temperatures. You'll only want to do a set and wait target temperature for the extruder since the bed takes so long to heat up. You can remote into your AM1 machine and preheat the bed 30 minutes prior to using the printer. You can set the extruder fan speed in the Cooling tab. Extruder fans help to solidify the previous layer and also help with bridging it across open gaps. We usually don't recommend going above 15% for this setting. The Other tab is where you can choose your print speed settings. The fastest that the printer can move in the X and Y axis is 10,000 millimeters per minute and 300 millimeters per minute in the Z axis. The filament properties are used to estimate the total filament used in the build summary, which will be shown after the G-code is processed. Now, I'm going to save the factory file, and then prepare to print. This is the final step where you can see your visualized G-code and build summary. All you have to do now is click on Save Tool Paths to Disk, and your G-code is saved. This is the file that your machine will use to print. For more information on how to use Simplify 3D, refer to the AM1 Operator's Manual or contact one of our service engineers.